Greetings, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Greetings, welcome, and thank you for joining me for this Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony. I invite you to relax, to get comfortable, and we're going to wait just a couple of minutes and start then. So thank you so much for joining. Greetings, welcome, and thank you for joining. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, and I'm here to encourage your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. You know, interestingly, I myself am going through a life change right now. So the person who specializes in life changes is going through a life change. Of course, wouldn't you know, that's the way life goes. We all have life changes. This is a normal part of life. And so for me, some of the things that I've been doing right now, I've been practicing what I've preached. I've been working on being gentle with myself. I've been working on being understanding, recognizing that I'm going to have a full range of emotions, and that is all part of the process, and that is all okay. So right now, I am honoring myself and where I'm at and honoring my emotions and feelings. And so I want to encourage you to do the same. Wherever you are in your life right now, whatever is happening with you, whether you are going through changes, small changes, big changes, whatever those changes might be, I encourage you to be gentle with yourself. I encourage you to be understanding and to know that that whole range of feelings that you are feeling is actually part of the process, and to be understanding and to be gentle with yourself during this time. One of the other things that I like to do during a life change, well, not just during a life change, but definitely during a life change, is to practice gratitude. And so I've been focusing in the last few days on being thankful, being grateful, expressing my gratitude, even for the smallest things. And one of the things that I am really grateful for right now is to be able to come to you and to offer this Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony. And this ceremony is offered for your growth and healing, for your life changes, big and small. But I'm not going to lie to you. The Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony is also beneficial for me. You know, when we send Reiki, we act as a funnel for the life force energy, for the Reiki. So the Reiki doesn't come from me, it comes through me. Well, guess what? Just like using a funnel to pour gas into your car, or to pour some baking ingredient into something else, you can't pour things into the funnel without getting some of the thing on the funnel. And so as a funnel for Reiki, the Reiki comes through me to you, but guess what? I get some of that Reiki too. So I'm very happy to be able to offer this ceremony to you. We took a break for the new moon this year this month, because this is the time of year when people are out and about doing things. They are enjoying the weather. Although I will say that here in the eastern United States, today is rather chilly. Actually, this is my favorite weather today. It's cold. It's rainy. It's the kind of day when you want to put on a blanket and get a cup of tea. Very cozy and comfy kind of day. So this is actually my favorite weather, and the perfect kind of weather for a Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony. So thank you so much. Whatever the weather is, wherever you are, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you joining. Now, if this is your first time participating in a Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony offered by me, I want to let you know of a couple of things. The way that this works is, first, I am going to be inviting in the spirit guides. I'm going to be honoring the 4 directions. I'm going to be honoring the native inhabitants of the land where I stand, the Susquehannock. I am going to be calling in my spirit guides. I'm going to be calling in angels and beings of light. During this invocation, I'll be playing some flute, I'll be doing some drumming, and I welcome you to, at that time, do whatever you feel is appropriate to you in order to set sacred space. So I'll be setting sacred space, I'll be setting the intention for your growth and healing, and I invite you during the invocation to Set the intention for whatever you like, whether you are going through a life change, big or small, or you want to make a change, or maybe you feel the need for some physical healing, or maybe an increase in energy, or help with a certain relationship, or any other kind of challenge. I welcome you to set the intention during the invocation for Reiki to go to that intention. Reiki will go where it needs to go, and we can also set the intention of where we would like the Reiki to go as well. So I encourage you to do that. At the end of the invocation, by the way, during that time, I will be covering over the camera. And I will be doing that in order to help us set sacred space and to honor the Reiki. Then you will hear the dinging of a bell. And with the dinging of the bell, I am beginning to send the Reiki. I will send Reiki to all of the chakras and anywhere else where I may feel called. I also may, during the sending of the Reiki, see some images or get some messages, and I will be happy to pass those along. They may or may not pertain to you, and so if something doesn't resonate for you, don't worry. It may not be for you. It may be for all of us. It may be for someone watching later, or it may even resonate with you later. So just know that there's no judgment if something does or does not resonate with you right away. It's okay. And then after the sending of the Reiki, you'll hear the bell dinging again. I will come back. I will relay any messages or images that I saw or received, and I'm going to pull some cards, and we're going to get some messages from the cards as well. So I invite you to get comfortable. I invite you to do whatever you need to do. Sit down, lie down, put on a blanket, make some tea, whatever is right for you at this time. Again, I want to say I am so grateful and thankful to have you with me today for this Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony. It is my great honor to come to you. So blessings and thank you. Greetings, North. We greet you, North. We honor you, North. We thank you, North. Hail and moment. Greetings, East. We greet you, East. We honor you, East. We thank you, East. Hail and moment. Greetings, South. We greet you, South. Honor you. And thank you, South. Hail and moment. Greetings, West. We greet you, West. Honor you, West. And thank you, West. Hail and moment. Father Sky, we greet you. We honor you. And thank you. Hail and moment. Mother Earth, we greet you. We honor you. And thank you. Ancestors, spirit guides, angels, archangels, beings of light, we greet you, honor you, and thank you. I welcome you to set your intention for this Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony, for your growth and healing. Welcome. Thank you so much for the honor of sending you Reiki. That was a true honor, and I am very appreciative. So thank you so much. Wow, what amazing energy. That was really wonderful. So some of the images that I saw immediately at the crown chakra, worms. Now, we might think, ooh, worms. What were worms doing at the crown chakra? And I thought that was strange too. But I think that the worms are telling us that, worms live in the ground. And they burrow through the ground. We can't really see the worms except when it rains and they come out and the birds eat them. But the worms have a very important function. They are doing a wonderful job of improving the soil, moving it through their system, and in a sense, kind of purifying the soil. And yet we cannot see them, and they do this work. It's dirty work, literally, and it's often thankless work. And so the message here was focusing in on all of the things that happen underground without us even realizing it. All of the important and wonderful things, the gifts that are hidden under the surface that we don't always recognize or realize. And so what I saw at the crown chakra with the worm was the idea to give thanks and praise for those things in your life that are working under the surface. The ways in which even you are working under the surface under the surface, or forces are working in your life under the surface that maybe we don't always realize, but are working for our greatest good and for the benefit of all. So I am here to tell you that the worms are there, they are under the surface, and they are working and purifying. You can't necessarily see them and maybe don't recognize or acknowledge them, but the worms are there. And so let us give thanks to the worms and show those worms gratitude. So I encourage you to show the worms of your life gratitude for all of their work that goes unseen and hidden under the surface, the dirty work of purifying. So what else did I see? At the throat chakra. The throat chakra was very crystal clear blue. It was a gorgeous, piercing blue. And so the impression that I had was one, of course, of communication and speaking our truth, but that this is a very powerful time communication-wise, and a very powerful time to speak your truth. So either you are speaking your truth at this time, or you are being encouraged to do so. And it can be both, that you are feeling empowered to speak and communicate and to be clear about your desires. And you are also being encouraged to do that. So wow, beautiful, powerful throat chakra energy at this time. Also very powerful was the heart chakra. So the heart chakra was green. And of course, the heart chakra is represented either as pink or green. And it was green today. And the green of the heart really erupted into flowers. And then I was standing in a field, and there was a woman in the field, and the sky darkened, and the wind picked up, and the woman was working with the natural forces. So the impression was that she was commanding these forces, but not commanding them. She had power not over them, but power with them. And here was the very clear message at the heart chakra, that true power is not power over something, but power with something. So that woman standing in the field, I very clearly saw her stretch out her arm and push the clouds and the dark skies over the field, and the wind came, and her arm was, in a sense, the wind, and her arm was guiding the wind. It was a very powerful image, but it was not a power over the natural forces. It was not power over the wind. So she wasn't, it's very interesting, everyone. It was a very fine distinction where she was commanding, not commanding. So she was not commanding the wind, but rather working with it. And so the impression that I had here, it was very clear that our greatest power is not over commanding things. It's not over forcing things, but rather working with things. So this woman was not, did not have power. She wasn't pressing her will on the natural forces, but rather working in concert with them. It was an amazing image. Absolutely wonderful. Let's see here. What else did I see? Those were the ones that were really the clearest, absolute clearest images. I also saw mountains at the sacral chakra. Oh, there was a canyon in there somewhere too. Just all kinds of wonderful images. But at the end, I sent, of course, Reiki to all of the chakras. I send them to each individually, and then at the end, I will do an all-over chakra balancing. And wow, was that some powerful energy. I was sending love and kindness and grace, and just felt the energy just pulsing. It was really very powerful and amazing. So wow. But this is a powerful time. And so I want to encourage you to work in concert with that energy, to not maybe try to overpower it, but rather recognize the power and work with it. Woo! Absolutely wonderful. So let's draw some cards and see what messages we might have in the cards today. By the way, I mentioned that I am going through my own life change right now. It's very interesting. I am a career coach. This is what I do, and my background is as a career coach, and I specialize in life changes. And I am fully cognizant of the irony that the career coach is having a life change with his career. So it's very funny and wonderful. I'm dealing with my own life change right now and preparing for that, and really welcoming that in all kinds of ways. When we have a life change, we can harness that power, but it's the kind of power that we, maybe it's not in our best interest to work against, but rather with. And so right now, I'm focusing on working with that power rather than working against it, and to acknowledge to myself in multiple ways that I am instigating a change, that I welcome in the change. Like, for instance, I shaved my head. I used to have a shaved head and a goatee for years, and several years ago I stopped doing that. I wanted to wear a beard, and so I let my hair grow and had a beard, and I had that for the past, I don't know, maybe 4 years, I want to say. I stopped shaving my head, and so I wanted to signal to myself that, yes, I welcome in this change and it's time for a change. So, shaved head today. Let's see what card has popped out for us with the Celtic Dragon Tarot. The Page of Wands. So, great. This card is about, what I'm picking up from this card is one of learning. So you'll see that this woman has the dragon. She has a scroll under her arm. Yep, this is what I'm getting from this card is learning, and this is a cosmic kind of learning. So you'll see the energy and the forces flowing in. Yeah, this is definitely about harnessing knowledge and wielding and using that knowledge and drawing upon the knowledge. And this is deep spiritual knowledge, so cosmic knowledge. So I think that we are being encouraged at this time to recognize the power, recognize that knowledge, and to learn. And also, I'm picking this up too to be patient with that learning. So to be even excited about the learning, and knowing that the learning is a process, and that and to be engaged in that process and welcoming in that process. You know, the cosmic energy takes its own time. And so we are being encouraged to recognize, to allow things to flow and take their own time. And there is nothing wrong with that. It is all part of the process, part of the cosmic revelation. So this cosmic energy here, this cosmic energy is here to support us, and we are on its time. So know that with your learning, oftentimes we may want to just know everything right away. But we are being encouraged to recognize that this is going to take its own time, and to honor and respect that, and that is okay. You know, I'm being called to draw another Celtic Dragon Tarot card right now, so I'm going to do that. There it is, pop right out. The Two of Swords. This is interesting. The Two of Swords is all about, of course, you see this person is on a tree that is over a fire. This is almost like a balance beam. It's a very thin area, very thin space. He's reaching out for these swords. There's a dragon that has two swords to offer this person, tentatively, hesitatingly, and haltingly reaching out for them, but afraid to. And so the message here is, you have something before you that you want, but you're afraid. You're afraid of reaching out. You're afraid of overstretching. You are afraid of falling into the fire. Wow. And there it is for you. What you want, those two swords, is right out there. You just have to stretch a little bit. So it's before you. It's in front of you. It's within reach, but it's not within easy reach. You're going to need to take a couple of steps. You're going to need to reach out. You're going to need to go out of your comfort zone. I laugh, of course, because this resonates with me. I have pulled this card previously in my own pullings, in my own card readings, and so I'm actually not surprised by this card right now at this time. And so the encouragement is, go ahead, take a couple of steps. I know you're afraid of falling into the fire, but keep the focus not on the fire below, but on what you are reaching towards. Could you fall into the fire? Sure. We always have the possibility of falling into the fire. That is life. There's always going to be a fire that you could fall into. And what you want, what you desire, is just out of reach. You need to take a couple of steps. You need to reach out. The dragon has the swords ready to give to you, but you've got to take a few steps towards it. Maybe call upon that cosmic energy. Maybe call upon that learning in order to help propel you a few steps forward. So let's see what we might have from the archangels. I want the archangels. There it is. All is well. Archangel Jeremiah says, Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Yep, just like the worms. So the hidden blessings of the worms. The worms are under there. They are working. They are doing their hard, dirty work below the surface. You cannot see them. They are hidden. But we are being encouraged to recognize that they are working below our feet. Forces are working. All is well with the things that are happening in your life because it is all happening as it is supposed to. Trust that it is all part of the process. So the worms with their dirty work, that is part of the process. You know, when you think about it, worms are really very important. We need worms, not just to feed the birds, but worms serve a very important function. And so everything that is happening right now in your life serves a very important function. It's a part of the process. And so I encourage us to honor and recognize that. You know, even when it is challenging and difficult and we might have the feelings of, why this? Why me? What the heck? It is all part of the process. We cannot always see the reasons. We cannot always see the outcomes, but trust and know that it is indeed part of the process. All is well. You are being encouraged to know that everything is as it should be at this time. All right, you know what? We'll draw one more. And I will draw the angel card. Okay, so let's see. Final message for today. There it is. Akasha. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Wow, wonderful card. So, yep. And I'm definitely getting that this connects with the Page of Wands, with that cosmic energy, that learning aspect. Because, of course, in order to teach, we have to first learn. And learning is central to teaching. And we cannot teach without learning, and we must continue to learn in order to teach. And so we are being encouraged at this time to know that our learning is for the benefit of others and teaching others. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Beautiful, wonderful. I love it. Well, I want to say thank you for joining me for today's Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony. You know, it is that time of year when people are out and about, but I have to admit that I did miss conducting the Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony on the new moon. And so while I mentioned at the last ceremony that we would be doing them on the full moons, I don't know, maybe there might be one for a new moon too. The best way that you can stay in touch and to know when the next Distant Reiki Healing Ceremonies are going to be is to sign up for my mailing list. I have a couple of links in the notes where you can do that if you have not already. And when you subscribe to the mailing list, you will also get both or either, whichever you prefer, or both, sample Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony for your life changes and transitions. And you will also get an affirmations, a flute, and affirmations meditation to listen to as well. So you may sign up for both of those to get on the mailing list so that you know when the next Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony is going to be, whether the full moon or the new moon, and what day that might be, because You know, obviously today is not the full moon. That was on Tuesday, Wednesday, and here we are on Sunday. So I want to say thank you so much. It is an honor and a true pleasure to send you Reiki, and a true honor and pleasure to be a part of your journey. So again, I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company, encouraging your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching for life's changes, challenges, and transitions. Be on the lookout in the next few days. June is coming up, and it will be time for June's Choose One of 3 card reading. So for June, get ready for your June messages that will be uploaded to YouTube in the next few days. Thank you all so much, and blessings for your journey.